Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So we are going to be making the Rolan PvP video today. I'm going to show you different team comps you can try in the various content, and I even have my new Supreme Arena teams. We'll have formation IDs for that, and also I will showcase those as well. Now, as you guys know, with the Supreme Plus skill of Rolan, he gets a heavy advantage if you have a Lightbearer team or a Celestial team. So you're going to be wanting to pick one of these. So leading it with the Lightbearers, the best option in my opinion for a Rolan team right now is actually using Orion as the carry and using Rolan as the buffer support. And in this team, I definitely think Eevee is one of the best options. Shout out to the new skin from the Velvet Shop. It's awesome. But yeah, because she's going to provide the temporary buff to Orion, good amount of healing to Orion as well, and then also magic defense shred enemies so Orion can hit even harder. Apart from this though, I'm personally liking Faye. I really like running Faye with her melee damage boosting charms that she gives to Orion. It is going to increase the survivability of him, boosts his melee damage, and also she provides temporary buffs from the beginning of battle. If you take a look at her exclusive skill, she's actually going to increase vitality and also provide the vibrant dance and healing gemstones buffs, which are going to be healing as well as attack buff and attack speed buff to this Orion. So another temporary buff right out the gate. And then finally, I like running it because if you look at this team, you might be thinking, well, isn't this a little bit too optimistic? Don't you think Orion has some survival issues? Yes, I do, and that is why the final hero I use is Freerin. Because Freerin defensive magic is going to solidify the tankiness of Orion so that he is going to be able to survive effectively. And also, she's a sub DPS in this team. So this is how I would run it with the Valor Shield spell, which is a great seasonal artifact. Provides unaffected and also huge tankiness to both your Orion and also Rolan. And Rolan important because you need him to survive until he gets your 100% morale. And then even after that, you want him to survive. But it's a lot easier for him to survive after that point. So basically, this is my go-to team for Rolan, Orion Lightbearers. However, you can literally run any other Lightbearer you want. Like we said, Eevee, you don't have to run Freerin. You can run Orion with Eevee. Eevee is a good option if you have that. You can run Rowan with the Orion because that's going to boost him. You can even run Peggy. People have had success running Peggy and Rowan combo. You know, you can get that damage reduction from Peggy, and also that the Royal Guards are going to give melee damage boosts in the front line. And so this can be an effective strategy. Or even if you want to go for Perseus, Perseus is very effective as well. And in that case, I would have it positioned something like this, because then what actually happens is Perseus provides a temporary buff with his fertile land to the Orion, and also you're going to get enough temporary buffs on this team from heroes like Eevee and the Phantom, and Rolan, I'm not sure qualifies as a temporary buff. I haven't exactly paid enough attention to that, but basically you're gonna get enough temporary buffs going for Perseus as well. So there's great synergy in a comp like this. So yeah, like these three core heroes can definitely work, and you can now run different things. Like you can even throw in a Xandrock if you want to get another temporary buffer. You can throw in a Hepler if you want to give Orion another life. You can throw in a Cord, and if you want more damage burst potential with his ultimate. So you have a lot of options when it comes to an Orion team comp. This is just giving you some of them. Basically, you can work with whatever your upgraded Lightbearer heroes are, but this is all about Orion Rolan combo. Now, if you don't have Orion and you still want to use Rolan with a Lightbearer team, I would have to say you would have to run it with Gwyneth. Gwyneth, of course, is the dominant. She is the most powerful Lightbearer hyper carry in the game, but Orion is kind of like a close second in the Lightbearer faction, and yeah. But you can definitely run Gwyneth. You can go for like a Hugin, Gwyneth, and you know, a lot of people run Siren as a final hero option. In this team, you don't have to go for the Valor Shield. You could go for even something like Wingguard, which also provides ample protection. And you could just have some sort of positioning like this. You could throw a Ravion in as a final hero as a buffer. You could throw a Callan in if you want more protection. So definitely a comp like this is going to be very effective as well with Rolan, just giving enough survival, and he's still going to carry your Lightbearer squad here well effectively. So that is basically Rolan with Lightbearers. Now, you can also run Rolan with Celestials. Celestials, he gets a boost for. Hypogeans, he doesn't. But you can still run a mix of them if you need to. So twins are his best friend, because the twins actually count for 2 different Celestial heroes. So already on the field here, we already have 3 Celestial heroes fielded. This is what the game considers. And so he's already getting a 30% instant morale boost just from having these 3 Celestial heroes. Now, what some people have worked well with is we already know, you guys already know this if you've been paying any attention to the meta in like Supreme League and things, or Supreme Arena. You'll know Saida can test with twins. This is a common core comp, core synergy, which is used very effectively. You can run a team like this, it is very effective, and then what some people do is they then throw in like the Alicet to protect the contest. We already have seen teams like this. Now you can have 4 Celestial Heroes considered fielded. You're going to get 40% instant morale boost, and if you're running like Wingard Spell, you have enough protection for that Rolan. He's not going to be dying early on, and he's probably going to be able to allow your team to get up to that 100% morale, and that is going to be a big upgrade for you. So yeah, definitely this is totally a viable option and a different version. You don't even have to run Alicet. Like personally, I still feel like Gerda is probably still the better option, because that unaffected can allow your Saida to duel even enemy Sylphuras from the unaffected of the hot swing. So that's why I kind of run that, or you can even run Sleaze if needed. These are the basic options. Now, this is not all. When it comes to Celestial Team, of course, twins are probably the best partner, but you guys know that Alna Sylphura is a dominant force in the meta right now, and of course, this is a Celestial Team. So running Sylphura Alna with Rolan, that's also incredibly powerful. And as a final heroes here, you can run literally whatever you want. You can run Mihira and go for still some more crowd control potential, which has great synergy with Sylphura and also grouping up enemies. That's very strong. If you're going to run a team like this, you should not be running this artifact though. You'll be running to run frontline spells still, even with just 3 melee heroes. And actually, I really do prefer having another Celestial hero in here, like the Athalia. This is just going to be very solid, because it is going to allow you to have the 4 Celestials fielded. That is going to be a 60% morale boost, and already Athalia does pretty well in a Sylphura team. But if you don't have Athalia, that's totally fine as well. You don't even have to, some people run twins even in a comp like this. Like if you wanted to run the twins, I haven't personally tried this myself, but like I do think obviously this comp makes sense. There's a lot of synergy in a team like this, so you could do something like that. Or you can just run another solid hero, whether it be any other basically support that you may want to run. People run Zandrock, with a team like this. That can definitely work. You can run Siren with a team like this. Totally viable strategy. And even some people have gone crazy and they like to run Corridon in a team like this, because that gives more damage burst potential for your Sylphura, and also can take a Lily interruption if needed. So those are basically what I would have to say for the key PvP comps for Rolan. Hopefully this gives you something to work with. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at my Supreme Arena teams. So for the mid team here, what I have is I've made an Orion team. So I still have the Gwyneth team, team 1, without Rolan in it, because ideally you'll have Orion to pair with Rolan, and that's what I'm doing basically for this mid to high level of teams. But if you need to, you can run Rolan in this team. Like you could just replace Ravion and run Rolan in the back. Like that would be a very decent and effective option. You could do something like this. Totally fine. Is still going to be very solid if you don't have Orion and you really want to bring Rolan out for something. But moving on to the Orion team, which I do believe is a team where Rolan really is going to shine. I've come up with basically a team comp which is going to be pretty overall good option, because a lot of players do have these heroes Paragon upgraded, such as Rowan, such as Perseus. Orion up front, melee damage boost and health boost of the charms of Rowan. That is going to be big. We have the Rowan instant energy potion onto your Phantomal. That's going to give temporary buffs to your team. You have Eevee going to be trying to mark multiple enemies at the beginning of battle. That's the magic defense shred, and then begin buffing up your team. You have the Rolan, who's going to begin cycling and buffing. And what we have here is Valor Shield spell, which is really needed, because that's going to provide additional protection onto your Rolan and your Orion. So they're going to have that survival for the first 12 seconds. That is going to be more than enough time to basically cycle. And on this team here, we actually have 5 Lightbearer heroes, which means that Roland's going to get 70% morale right from the beginning of the battle, 50 bonus percent for having 5 different Lightbearer heroes deployed, and also damage reduction on all of them. So you're going to be rapidly stacking up, like, Aurelian's going to cast an ultimate, then Roland casts an ultimate, is already over. We already have the 100% morale early off into the battle. So that is a whole game plan behind this team comp. It should be a very effective option, and you can make replacements. Like I said, we have seen that Faye does well into a team like this if we want to run Faye. For this team specifically, I actually do think Roran is better, because he's going to be giving that energy to your Phantomal. Unfortunately, the map is kind of awkward. It's not going to allow your Phantomal to be buffing up your Perseus unless you move it to the back, but then Eevee becomes an awkward position. So I still do consider this this is probably my preferred positioning for this map specifically. If you want to run some different options, for example, Peggy can also work very effectively into this team. In fact, this is a massive ultimate cycling team, which is going to be a very strong option. The Phantom buff is wasted, but like it still is. I still think this positioning is good because you are going to have Rowan boosting up your Orion. You need to have Orion frontmost to get the Valor Shield spell. But one alternative positioning you can run is actually run it like this and just opt for the breakthrough spell. This is also very solid and very strong. Orion is in an awkward position and he's not going to be frontmost anymore, but still you are going to be getting the core of your comp all positioned together and nicely. So this is definitely a viable option as well. And you'll also get the temporary buff from the Phantom onto Orion. So definitely there's another option. Now for the pay to win level up teams, I've tried a couple of options. First of all, Rolan in a Sulfura team. Rolan in a Sulfura team is a strong option, especially in the Athalia version, because you already have 4 Celestials now fielded, and that is going to get massive morale value. Apart from all of that, you're going to have, I'm running free reign just to give more defensive magic onto Sulfura to make her have better survivability. The only thing which is a little bit in question here is the survivability of Rolan. There isn't a lot of support for him and his potential that he could be nuked down, like if an enemy has an Alicet, Gwyneth type combo. That is the only thing I'm a little bit worried about. He does have damage reduction for himself and the Celestial Heroes for the first, 8 seconds of battle. But yeah, this is just one option, one consideration to basically supercharge your Sulfura team. However, another really good option to run, and this is what I was originally planning on running, is running Rolan in the Saida contest team. Like we talked about in our team building portion of this video. It's a very effective comp because the twins count for 2 Celestial Heroes, so in total we have 3 Celestial Heroes here. And Ringguard spell gives that added protection. We have Gerda for the unaffected, like I said, so that Saida will not get silenced against enemy Sulfuras. That is the whole reason we're running that. And yeah, this will be an effective team comp, definitely. And then you're going to have your contestant Rolan just sitting back in the background, probably not going to be targeted by much of anything. So this is definitely an effective strategy, and I just don't know whether it's better off for me to run this team or, you know, stick with Celeste rather than Rolan and run Rolan in the Sulfura team. Those are basically what my options are at the current point in time. And I think just testing is going to decipher which is actually the better choice. Now, finally, I will show you guys my Supreme League teams. We are currently in the we're in the semifinals match, and we do have a pretty good matchup. So if you guys take a look at it here, we're running Rolan with Orion, Valor Shield spell, free run combo. Basically, this is the exact team I showed you in the team building session at the beginning, which is that you're going to have Orion up front, Rolan in the back, to both of them be protected very well from Valor Shield spell. Then you have Faye boosting Orion, you have Eevee trying to target as many enemies, and then you have free run defensive magic onto Orion, and you have Lightbearer Phantom buffing and increasing damage of free run as your sub DPS. So this is gonna duel the Sulfura team. So I feel pretty confident about this matchup, that it should go in our favor. I didn't have Rolan Paragon 4 because I was waiting for the chest, and it was a good thing I did because we just got the chest. If you guys didn't already know and watch my other video, you can claim the glorious chest today. Even though it says like you have to wait until tomorrow, you can just click it and claim it today. So I got that. He's Paragon 4 now, ready for the final. So anyway, guys, I really hope this video is helpful. Let me know your thoughts about Rolan in the comment section down below. If there are any other PvP comps, PvP teams you would like to share, feel free to share them. And again, the core of the comp we did showcase, and when it comes to Lightbearers, especially for Orion, there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of different heroes which are runnable. But basically, you do want to try to lean more towards those Perseus or melee boosters like Rowan or Faye, or even Peggy, you know, that melee boosting. Eevee definitely for the temporary buffs and the healing. Those are all the heroes you really want to lean into. Some people can try running Siren and things like that, which definitely can work, but it's just not as perfectly catered towards the Orion team specifically. You want either a temporary buffer, you want a health buffer, you want a protector, something like that for the Orion. And Siren to an extent is a protector with the artifact block. But yeah, guys, hopefully this is helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Good luck in your PvP performance with Rolan, and we will be making a video about AFK stage with Rolan. I kind of have been waiting because I wanted us to have our phase on global server, but I may just make it tomorrow because on VN server, Rolan is really dominating over there, and I need to showcase that as well. So Rolan he's a jack of all trades, and he actually is a master of probably multiple trades as well. He's not just like spread so thin that he's just kind of mediocre everywhere. He's actually a beast in probably all 3 game modes, which is is pretty crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.